Okay, so the survival models that I will provide is the more detail of a part of what Professor Ken provided in the previous lecture. Please keep in mind that you will be exposed to a lot of notation in this lecture. So in this course, let x inside the parentheses denote a life exactly age x, and x must be greater than or equal to 0. So we need to model the time until death of x. So this will allow us to model life-dependent cash flows. Let's introduce the random variable t sub x. So let t sub x represent the time until death of x. Tx is basically the future lifetime random variable of x, and it is a continuous random variable. So it must be greater than or equal to 0. And the age at that would be x plus tx. Let's consider the case where x is equal to 0, which is a newborn. T sub 0 represent the future lifetime random variable for 0. And the cumulative density function of T sub 0 is f sub 0 x is equal to probability that T sub 0 is less than or equal to x. And the survival function is big S, capital S sub 0 of x is equal to probability that T0 larger than x, and it is equal to 1 minus the cumulative density, the cumulative distribution function. And the last one, let's introduce the probability density function, small f sub 0 of x, which is the derivative of f capital F sub 0 of x with respect to x. And we can derive from the survival function as well as the derivative of 1 minus S0x with respect to x, which is negative of S prime sub 0 of x. T0 is a continuous random variable, so probability of T0 being equal to x is equal to 0 for all x. The PDF F0x describes the likelihood of T0 being near x. Okay, let me explain this. Okay, if we draw the graph of the PDF, let's say this one is the PDF F0x. And for example, we have the graph of F0x like this. And for example, this point is x and this point is x plus t. Yeah. If we want to determine probabilities associated in the random variable t0, we need to determine the area under the curve. Yeah. So the area under the curve like this. So please take a note that for continuous random variables, probability is given by the area under the curve. So if we want probability that T0 is larger than X, but T0 is greater than X, but is less than or equal to X plus T, we can calculate this probability by using integral from x to x plus t, f sub 0 of s ds, which is the distribution function of x plus t minus the distribution function of x by the fundamental theorem of calculus. So let's go back to the property of probability that t sub 0 is equal to x is equal to 0 for all x. Okay, if we draw the PDF again here. Okay, the probability of T0 being equal to X is the area from X to X, which is 0. The probability of T0 is equal to X is the integral of X to X of the PDF F sub 0 of SDS, which is, this one is the distribution function of X minus the distribution of function of X, which is equal to 0.
Mr. Ruhiat, I think someone is...
Now let's take a look at T sub 0 and T sub 0x. Actually, we are more interested in a life age X than age 0. If we have the survival function or the cumulative distribution function or the probability density function for all value of X, then basically we can derive the distribution of the random variable Tx for any X. And all we need to do is condition on the event of T0 is larger than X, which is the life age X, the life age 0 survive to age X. So let's consider the death of X at age X plus T sub X. Okay, if we draw the timeline like this one is age 0, this one is age X, this one is born, and this one is the time of death, X plus Tx. So this one.
Excuse me, but excuse me, Mr. Ruhiat. I apologize for the interruption, but the audience and myself cannot see the graph that you're trying to show.
Oh,
all right,
I'm
now
so
we can
sorry.
see it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for the.
Yes, it's all right.
Okay, so this graph is like I explained before. Yeah. So if we draw the probability density function like this, if you want to determine probabilities associated in the random variable T0, we need to determine the area under the curve. So the probability of T0 being larger than X and less than or equal to X plus T, we can use the integral like this to calculate the area under the curve, the integral of X to X plus T of the PDF. And this will be equal to the distribution function of X plus T minus the distribution function of X by the fundamental theorem of calculus or FTC. Yeah. And for the probability of T0 being equal to X, which is equal to 0, yeah, we can see this graph. The area under the curve is 0. Okay, so for the next slide, if we draw the timeline like this one is age 0, this one is age X, and this one is the time of death, X plus Tx. So the length of this time is Tx, and the length from the 0, 1 to the X plus Tx1 is T0. Okay, so probability that Tx is less than or equal to T, yeah, is equal to the probability of T0 is less than or equal to T plus X, given that T0 is larger than X. Yeah. And from the probability, we know that the probability of A given B is equal to probability that A intersect B divided by probability of B. Yeah? That probability B is larger than 0. Yeah? So we can use this property, yeah, to derive the probability of Tx is less than or equal to T. Yeah? And we can simplify this one, yeah, to get the cumulative distribution function of Tx, f sub x of T, yeah, is equal to f0 x plus T minus f0 x divided by 1 minus f0 x. And then we interest to determine the survival function for x. That is, we want s sub x of T. S sub x of T we can derive from the cumulative distribution function 1 minus fx T. And from the previous slide, we already get this equation for fxt, yeah, and just simplify for this expression and use the properties that the survival function is 1 minus the cumulative distribution function. We can get this expression for sxt. So the survival function for Tx is S sub x of T, yeah, which is this formula. So if we have S sub 0 x, we can find S sub 0 x of T for any x and T, yeah, from this formula. Okay, let's rearrange our expression. We have S sub 0 x plus T is equal to S sub 0 x times S sub x of T. Yeah? So just multiply both sides by S0 x. Yeah? So what does this expression mean? So if we draw the timeline, this one is age 0, age x, and age x plus T. Yeah? We have the formula S0x plus T is equal to S0x times Sxt. Yeah? So the interpretation of this equation that we can change survival probabilities. Yeah? Probability that 0 survives to age x plus T, this one, is equal to the probability that 0 survives to age x first, and then times the probability that x survives to age x plus T, like this. And furthermore, for any T and U positive, for any T and U positive, we have the generalization of this formula. S sub xt plus U is equal to Sxt times Sx plus T of U. Okay, sorry for the trouble. If we draw the timeline, yeah, this one is age 0, this one is age x plus T, and age x plus T plus U. So this formula, the interpretation of this formula is the probability of x survives to x plus T plus U is equal to the probability that x survives to age x plus T first, and then times the probability of x plus T survives to age x plus T plus U. So this one is I mentioned before. And we have 6 conditions on the survival function. The first 3 conditions are required. So the first one is S sub x of 0 is equal to 1, which is the probability of Tx being larger than 0 is equal to 1. It means that the person is alive right now. The second one is the limit of S sub x of t as t approach infinity is equal to 0. Yeah? It means that no one lives forever. And the third one is S sub x of t is a non-increasing function of t. And the next 3 are desirable. The first one is S sub x of t is differentiable, and hence S sub x of t is continuous function. Okay, the second one is the limit of t times S sub x of t as t approach infinity is equal to 0. This property allows R for the expectation of Tx being finite. And the last one is limit of t squared times sxt as t approach infinity. And this property allows us for variance of Tx being finite. Okay, let's take a look to the force of mortality mu x. Mu x is easier to estimate from data and interpret. Yeah? It is also called a hazard or transition intensity. Just like capital F, capital S, or small f completely defines the survival model, so does mu. So knowing mu x for any x, we can derive capital S, capital F, and small f, and any survival or mortality probabilities. Now let's take a look at the definition of mu x. Mu x is defined as the limit of the probability that t sub 0 being less than or equal to x plus dx, given that t0 is larger than x, divided by dx as dx approach to 0. So just like f0x, the probability density function is not a probability, mu x is not one either. So don't think this as a probability. Yeah. Mu x is actually represents the instantaneous rate of mortality acting on a person currently age x. Yeah? It is a measure of the mortality rate at the precise moment of attaining age x. So mu x is not a probability. However, yeah, mu x dx, we can use mu x dx as the approximation to the probability of t0 being less than or equal to x plus dx, given that t0 is larger than x for small dx. Okay, let's use mu x to approximate the probability that 50 dies on that birthday. The probability that 50 dies on their birthday So we will use mu x to approximate this probability. For example, we are given that mu 50 is equal to 0.005 and the x is equal to 1 by 365. So the solution, so we want the probability that t sub 0 is less than or equal to 51 by 365, given that t0 is larger than 50. So we can use the approximation. Yeah? We approximate this probability by mu x times dx. So 0.005 times 1 by 365, which is 0.0014, yeah? Or 7 in 50,000. So we know that the PDF is not probability, but we can use the PDF times dx as the approximation of a probability, yeah? And we can use the force of mortality times dx as an approximation of the probability as well. Okay, let's take a look at some properties associated with the force of mortality. The first one is mu x is equal to the probability density function divided by the survival function. And then we can rearrange to get the probability density function is equal to the survival function times the force of mortality. Okay, we can prove the first property. Okay, we have mu x from its definition. Yeah. It is a limit, yeah, of this probability given that t0 is larger than x divided by dx. Okay, this limit, we can use a property in the probability. The probability of A given B is equal to the probability of A intersect B divided by the probability of B. So this one would be probability of small x less than t0 less than or equal to x plus dx, yeah, divided by the probability of t0 is larger than x times dx. So the probability, this probability, we can change this probability into the cumulative distribution function, which is capital F sub 0 of x plus dx minus capital F or sub 0 of x divided by S0 of x dx. And then we can take out the survival function, 1 by S0x times the limit F0x plus dx minus F0x divided by dx. So by the definition of derivative, yeah, let's take a look this expression of limit. This one is the definition of a derivative. Yeah. So this one is 1 by S sub 0 of x times the derivative of f0x with respect to x. Yeah. So the derivative of the cumulative distribution function is the density function divided by the survival function. Okay, so we have proved the first property, yeah, related to the force of mortality. The second property is similar to the first property. Mu x plus t is equal to fxt divided by sxt. Yeah? And please take a note that mu x plus t is sometimes written as mu x of t. Yeah? Again, we can rearrange this to get fxt is equal to sxt times mu x plus t. We can prove this property as well. So we will first show that that fx sub t, f sub x of t is equal to f sub 0x plus t divided by s 0x. Okay, so let y being equal to x plus t, so then dy is equal to dt. And we have f sub 0y is equal to minus d by dy of s0y. So f sub 0x plus t is equal to minus d by dt of s0x plus t.
Sorry, Mr. Ruhiat.
Yeah?
We cannot see the whiteboard.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay. So we will prove the second property. Yeah? The second property is mu x plus t is equal to fxt divided by sxt. Yeah. Okay, we will first show that fxt is equal to f0x plus t divided by s0x. And first we let y is equal to x plus t, and then we can get dy is equal to dt. And we know that the probability density function is negative of the derivative of the survival function. And just plug this value of y, x plus t, into this expression. F0 x plus t is equal to negative of the derivative of S0 x plus t. And we can substitute dy by dt here. And from the property of the change of the survival function, S sub 0 x plus t, we can write down like S sub 0 x times S sub 0 sub x of t. Yeah. Because there is no t term here, S0x we can take out of, so negative, S sub 0x times negative of the derivative of S sub x of t, yeah, with respect of t. So we have f sub 0x plus t is equal to S sub 0x times, again, the negative of the derivative of survival function is the probability density function.
Probability density function.
So we have fxt, yeah, is equal to f sub 0 x plus t, yeah, divided by s sub 0 x. Just divide both sides by s sub 0 x. And we know that from the first property, yeah, the first property we have mu x is equal to f sub 0 x divided by s sub 0 x. Okay, just substitute the value of xt into x here. Mu x plus t is equal to f sub 0 x plus t divided by s sub 0 x plus t. And we can use this expression, yeah, yeah, plug this expression into this expression. We have s sub 0 x times f sub 0 f sub x of t divided by we use this property again, yeah, s sub 0 x plus t is equal to s sub 0 x times s sub x of t, yeah. And s sub 0 x will cancel. So we have proved the second property, yeah, fxt divided by sxt. Okay, the next property is mu x is equal to negative of derivative of the natural logarithm of s sub 0 x. Yeah. So this is the relationship of the force of mortality and the survival function. Okay, so we know from the first property that mu x is equal to f sub 0 x divided by s sub 0 x. And we know that the probability density function is the negative of the derivative of the survival function. Okay, we can s sub 0 prime of x divided by s sub 0 x, which is the negative of the derivative of the natural logarithm of s sub 0 x with respect to x. So as a side, the derivative of the natural logarithm of a function, let's say hx, yeah, with respect to x is h prime of x divided by hx. Okay, similarly to the third property, yeah, the fourth property is mu x plus t is equal to negative of the derivative of the natural logarithm of sxt with respect to t. The proof is very similar to the number 3. And the last property is s sub x of t is equal to the exponential of the negative of the integral of 0 of t of the force of mortality. We can prove this property as well. Okay, so from the property 4, yeah, we have mu x plus t is equal to the negative of the derivative of the natural logarithm of sxt with respect to t. let's integrate both sides. Yeah. We will have integral of t mu x plus r dr is equal to the negative of the natural logarithm of s sub x of t minus the logarithm of s sub x of 0. So we know that s sub x of 0 is 1, and then the natural logarithm will be 0. So on the right hand side, we have minus the natural logarithm of s sub x of t. Okay, so from this line to this line, we use the fundamental of theorem of calculus, fundamental theorem of calculus. Okay, so just multiply both sides by minus negative 1, we have negative of the integral is equal to the natural logarithm of s sub x of t. And exponentiate both sides to get the exponential of negative integral is equal to s sub x of t. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, so we have proved the last property. Okay, let's take a look at some commonly used survival models. The first one is exponential model or constant of force of mortality here. Constant force of mortality, which is CFM. The survival function for this model is exponential function. So S sub 0 of x is equal to the exponential of minus negative lambda x for positive x and 0 otherwise. And the probability density function, yeah, we can derive the probability density function from the survival function just by using the negative of the derivative of the survival function. And for the cumulative cumulative distribution function, capital F of 0 of x, yeah, we can get this expression for the cumulative distribution function from the probability density function, yeah, by using the integral from 0 to x of the PDF, which is equal to integral of 0 to x lambda e negative lambda s ds, which is equal to lambda integral of 0 to x exponential of negative lambda s ds. Okay, the result of the integral will be negative of e to the minus lambda s divided by lambda from 0 to x, which is 1 minus e to the negative lambda x. So you can easily see the formula for the survival function. So the survival function is 1 minus the distribution function.
Your whiteboard isn't visible.
I have to apologize for this trouble again. So yeah, the survival function, yeah, we can get the formula of the survival function from the cumulative distribution function. So the survival function is 1 minus the cumulative distribution function, which is 1 minus e to the negative lambda x, which is e to the negative lambda x. Okay, if we let that T0 follow the exponential distribution with the parameter lambda, let's look at the survival function S sub x of t. S sub x of t, we use the previous property, is equal to S sub 0 of x plus t divided by S sub 0 of x, which is exponential to the negative lambda times x plus t divided by e to the lambda times x. And cancel, we can cancel negative lambda x. We can get e to the lambda t, which is S0t. And this one, we call this property as memoryless property. It means that age doesn't have an effect on the survival probability. So this one, x, as age doesn't have an effect on the survival probability. Also, we have the force of mortality, mu x, is equal to f sub 0 of x divided by s sub 0 of x, which is we can get as a constant lambda. So for this model, we have a constant force of mortality. And please take a note that we usually write the force of mortality using the symbol mu, instead of lambda. Okay, the second commonly used model is the Moivre model, which is a uniform distribution of deaths, or UDD. Okay, for the survival function of this model is 1 minus x divided by omega, or omega minus x divided by omega for x less than or equal to omega and 0 otherwise. And the probability density function is just simply 1 by omega. And it means that T0 follows the uniform distribution, the uniform distribution with the parameter 0 and omega. And then let's take a look at S sub x of t. From the previous property, we have S sub x of t is equal to 1 minus t divided by omega minus x, for t from 0 to omega minus x, and 0 otherwise. And please take a note that omega represents the limiting age in this model. Okay, if we let that Tx follows the uniform distribution from 0 to omega minus x, we can get the force of mortality, mu x is equal to 1 divided by omega minus x, which is this function is an increasing function with respect to x, so that we call this force of mortality as increasing force of mortality. Okay, so let's overlay the force of mortality. Okay, for example, for horizontal axis is x, and for vertical axis is mu x. So the typical force of mortality, as Professor Ken shown in the previous lecture, for example like this. This one is a typical force of mortality, and the exponential, in the exponential model, we have a constant force of mortality. So this one is the force of mortality in the exponential model. Which is a constant force of mortality. And in the second model, the Moivre model, we have the force of mortality is an increasing function like this. This one is the Moivre model. So after we look at this graph, yeah, we can take a note that the Moivre or UDD and the exponential or CFM, UDD and CFM models don't seem practical when model future lifetime. Yeah. However, they can be useful when modeling fractional ages. Yeah. So we can see that the results of using UDD and CFM overall are convenient and can make for simple calculations, yeah, allow for application to over processes. Okay, in this case, we will assume a Gompertz model. Yeah. Gompertz model, Gompertz law of mortality. The force of mortality is mu x is equal to the parameter of capital B times the parameter C, small c, to the x. Let's determine S sub x of t, the survival model for x. We know that from the previous property in the previous slide, S sub x of t is equal to the exponential of negative the integral of the force of mortality. We substitute the force of mortality, the formula of force of mortality here to this expression. Okay, and then we integrate this expression, yeah, and we have negative of b times c to the x divided by the natural logarithm of c times c to the t minus 1. Okay, I think I will let the participants to prove this expression. So from this integral to the result. Okay, let's take a look to the actuarial notation for probability. So for the survival function, maybe I'll draw. Okay, so for the survival probability, we have S sub x of t is equal to the probability of tx larger than t. Yeah. The actuarial notation for this survival probability is t small p x. Okay, if we draw the timeline, for example, this one is age x, this one is age x plus t. Yeah. TPX is the probability that X will survive from age X to age X plus T. Yeah? So will survive. And for the cumulative distribution function, the capital F sub X of T is equal to the probability of Tx less than or equal to T. The actuarial notation for this probability is T small q x. Yeah. If we draw the timeline, yeah, for example, this one is age x, this one is age x plus T. So TQX is the probability that X will die, yeah, within 10 years. Yeah. So like this. And we have another actuarial notation for the probability, which is T bar UQX, yeah, is equal to the probability, yeah, of Tx being larger than T and less than or equal to T plus U. Okay, if we draw the timeline, let's say this one is hx plus t, and this one is hx plus t plus u. So this probability means that x will survive within 10 years, but then will die within U years, the next few years. So there are three ways to look at this probability. The first one is T bar U QX is equal to T plus U QX minus T QX. The second one, T bar U QX is equal to using the TPX minus T plus U PX. And the last one, T bar UQX is equal to TPX times UQX plus T. So think of this as the chain of events that need to occur. So the person HX live T more years, this one, times death in the next few years, this one. So this one is TPX, this one is UQX plus T. Okay, here's some results with notation. We know that TPX is the survival function and TQX is the distribution function. And we know that the sum of the survival function and the distribution function will be equal to 1. So here, the interpretation of this equation is X will either live or die in the next years. And convention, if t is equal to 1 year, we often omit it. For example, 1px is written as px. Also, also 1qx is written as qx. T bar 1qx is written as T bar qx. However, if you want write down 1 bar 1qx, we would not write it as bar qx. Instead, we write 1 bar 1qx as 1 bar qx. Okay, here's some survival model results. Okay, for the first result is fxt is equal to tpx times mu x plus t. We can prove this equation. So we know that from the previous slides, we have the property, this property for the force of mortality, mu x plus t is equal to fxt divided by sxt. And if we rearrange this, we get fxt is equal to sxt times mu x plus t. And now we write fxt is equal to tpx times mu x plus t. Also, we have for the second result, we have mu x plus t is equal to negative of d by t the natural logarithm of Sxt. Okay, just using the actuarial notation for the survival function, we have negative of the derivation of the natural logarithm of TPX. So this one is the second result. And now we have TPX is equal to the exponential of negative the integral of the force of mortality. And we can get this formula from the previous slides. Just substitute the survival function by the actuarial notation TPX. Also, we have 0px is equal to 1 from the properties of the survival function. And the limit of TPX as t approach infinity is equal to 0, and TPX is a non-increasing function. And the last result is TQX is equal to the integral of the integral from 0 to t of UPX times mu x plus u du. Yeah. Okay, we can prove the last result. Okay, we recall that f sub x of t is equal to the probability of tx being less than or equal to t, which is tqx. And we know that the derivative of the distribution function f prime is equal to the probability density function f sub x of t. So the distribution function, yeah, is equal to the integral of the probability density function f sub x of u du. So we have the cumulative distribution function f sub x of t is equal to the probability of tx being less than or equal to t, which is tqx, is tqx is equal to the integral of from 0 to t. Yeah. So we can use the expression of f sub x of u as upx times mu x plus u du. So let's take a look at this more closely. If we draw the timeline like this one is age 0, and this one is t, yeah? And we have this one is the point of u, this one is u plus du. Yeah? So UPX is survive from x to age x plus u. Yeah? So this one is survive, and this one is dying. So here we consider the probability of x dying between u and u plus du. So the probability of this happening is upx times mu x plus u du. Yeah. So think of tqx as the sum of all of these probabilities, yeah, over all possible intervals in 0 to t, yeah, as du approach to 0. Yeah. So this just an integral. Yeah. So tqx is equal to the integral from 0 to t of upx mu x plus u du. Okay, let's take a look to the moments of Tx. Yeah? The first one is mean of Tx. The expectation of Tx, we can use the definition of the expectation of a continuous random variable. Yeah? So the expectation of Tx is equal to the integral of 0 to infinity. 0 to infinity is the domain of Tx. Yeah? The integral of t times the probability density function of Tx, which is f sub x of t dt. And we know that the probability density function f sub x of t is equal to the Tpx times mu x plus t. Yeah? So let's try to simplify this expression. Yeah? We will use integration by parts. Okay, we will try to simplify this expression, yeah, the integral from 0 to infinity, t times Tpx times mu x plus t dt. Yeah. We will simplify this expression, yeah, using the integration by parts. Yeah. Recall that the integration by parts, the formula is the integral of u dv is equal to uv minus the integral of p du. So let u, yeah, is equal to t. Yeah. We have then du is equal to dt, and let dv is equal to Tpx times mu x plus t dt. So we know that this one is fxt dt. Just by integration, yeah, this equation, we have v is equal to negative of Tpx. Yeah. We know that fxt is equal to the negative of the derivative of sxt with respect to dt, yeah, and negative of the dt of Tpx. Okay, so we have the expectation of Tx will be equal to u times v, yeah, t times negative Tpx. So we have negative t times Tpx. We evaluate this expression from 0 to infinity, yeah, minus the integral from 0 to infinity. We have v is equal to negative of Tpx dt. So from the condition of the survival function, we have that the limit of t times Tpx as t approach to infinity is equal to 0. Yeah. This property allows us to make this expectation or the mean of Tx being finite. Yeah. So this one is 0. Yeah. 0 plus the integral of 0 to infinity of Tpx dt. Okay, so we have the expression the mean of t sub x is equal to the integral of 0 to infinity of Tpx dt. Okay, and we have a spatial notation for the mean of Tx. Yeah? We have the notation like this. Yeah? And this means a complete expectation of life of x. Yeah? We may also be interested in percentiles associated with Tx or possibly a mode. Yeah? So if we want to find the median of Tx, yeah, we would look for the value of T50, yeah, such that the probability of Tx being less than or equal to 50 is equal to a half, or the probability of Tx being larger than T50 is equal to 1/2. Yeah. So essentially, yeah, you could solve TQx is equal to a half. So we could use this expression, yeah, to solve. TQx is equal to 0.5 for t, yeah. So solve for this equation for t to get the median of Tx, or use Tpx is equal to 1/2. Solve this equation for t, yeah, to get the median of Tx. So in general, yeah, to find the quantile of a distribution, okay, just set the cumulative distribution function, yeah, being equal to p and solve for t, which is we can get t is the inverse function of capital F, yeah, OP. Yeah. Or we have TQX is equal TP, or TPX is equal to 1 minus P. And the next one is the mode of Tx. Yeah? The definition of the mode of Tx, we need to maximize the probability density function. Yeah? We know that the mode of Tx is the most likely value of Tx. Yeah? And the important another important moments of Tx is variance of Tx. Yeah? So we know that the mean or the average is used most often. However, it doesn't tell us the whole story. In order to measure the spread relative to the mean, we can look at the variance or the standard deviation. So from the probability, we have the definition of the variance of random variable x is equal to the expectation of x minus it means mu x square, or we use this property of variance, which is the expectation of x square, the second moment of x, minus the square of the mean of x. So from this formula, we can get the variance of Tx, yeah, which is the expectation of Tx minus the mean of Tx, yeah, square, or use the property of the variance, expectation of Tx square minus the mean square. And please note that the variance is non-negative. Yeah. And how to get the second moment of Tx? Yeah? The second moment of Tx by its definition is the integral from 0 to infinity. Yeah? 0 to infinity is the domain of Tx. The integral of T square times the probability density function. Yeah? And we also can use the integration by parts to simplify this integration. Yeah. Okay, so we have the second moment of Tx. is the integral of 0 to infinity of t square tpx mu x plus t dt. And again, we use the integration by parts. Let u is equal to t squared, and then we have du is equal to 2t dt, and let dv is equal to tpx times mu x plus t dt. And again, from the previous explanation, we end up with the value of v is negative of tpx. So then u times v is equal to negative of t square times tpx. We evaluate this expression from 0 to infinity minus the integral from 0 to infinity, v du. So then we have negative 2t tpx dx, dt. So from the last condition of the survival function, the limit of t square times tpx as t approach to infinity, this condition is 0. So this condition allows us to make the second moment being finite. So this one is 0, and this one is plus 2 the integral from 0 to infinity t times tpx dt. Okay, let's introduce a new random variable in the remaining time. Let's kx being the floor of tx. So we apply the floor function to tx, which is chop off any decimals. So for example, suppose that tx is equal to 26.48. Then we have kx, the floor of tx. Just chop off this decimal. We have kx is equal to 26. And another example, suppose that tx is equal to 0.74, we will have kx is equal to 0. So what does kx represent? Kx represents the number of whole years of future life of x. And we call kx as the Kertész future lifetime random variable. And since the definition of ks is like this, then kx is a discrete random variable defined over the range from 0, 1, 2, and so on. And maybe this sequence stops at omega minus x minus 1 if there is a limiting age of omega. So since kx is a discrete random variable, we are interested to look at the probability mass function of kx. So the probability mass function of kx is the probability of kx being equal to k. And we can use the relationship of kx and tx. So the probability mass function will be the probability of tx being larger than larger than or equal to k and less than k plus 1, yeah, which is if we use the actuarial notation for this probability, we can use this notation k bar qx, yeah. And from the properties of k bar qx, yeah, we can use either one of the three formula here, yeah. So k px minus k plus 1 px, or k plus 1 qx minus k qx, or k px times qx plus k. And then let's look at the distribution function of kx. Yeah. The probability, the cumulative distribution function of kx is the probability of kx being less than or equal to k, yeah, which is we use the sigma notation, yeah, from from 0 to k, yeah, the probability of kx being equal to I. Yeah. So if we expand this expression, yeah, we will have the probability of kx is equal to 0 plus probability of kx is equal to 1 plus probability of kx is equal to 2, yeah, plus until the probability of kx is equal to k. And we already have a formula that the probability mass function kx of k, yeah, can be written as k px minus k plus 1 px. Yeah. So the probability of kx is equal to 0 is 1 minus px. This one will be px minus 2px. This one will be 2px minus 3px. And then the last one is kpx minus k plus 1 px. Okay, we can see this expression. Yeah, we can cancel px, 2px, 3px, and so on until kpx. Yeah. So we end up with a simple expression for the cumulative distribution function of kx, yeah, which is 1 minus k plus 1 px. Or we can write this expression as k plus 1 qx. So also we have the survival function of kx, the probability of kx being larger than k, yeah, is equal to k plus 1 px. Yeah. Just 1 minus the distribution function. Okay, the last slide is the mean of kx. Yeah. The mean of kx from its definition, yeah, because kx is a discrete random variable. Yeah, the definition of the expectation, we use sigma notation. Yeah. So we sum the product of k times the probability mass function of kx. Yeah. And we can simplify this expression into this expression. Yeah. So the expectation of kx, yeah, kx is equal to the sigma from 0 to infinity k times k bar qx. Okay, from one of formulas of k bar qx, yeah, we can expand k bar qx by k px minus k plus 1 px. And we expand the sigma notation. Yeah? 0 from k to from k is equal to 0. So k is equal to 0. Yeah? 0 px is 1 minus 0 plus 1 px is 1 px. Plus for k is equal to 1. 1 times px minus 2 px. Plus for k is equal to 2. 2 times 2 px minus 3 px. Plus for k is equal to 3. 3 times 2px minus, 3px. 3px minus 4px plus 4 times 4px minus 5px and so on. And then 1px minus 1px, this one is 0px. Yeah? We have for px, the coefficient of px is 1. So px, yeah? 2 times 2px minus 1 times 2px is 2px. Yeah? 3 times 3px minus 2 times 3px is 3px. Yeah? 4px minus 3 4px is equal to 4px. Yeah? And so on, 5px. Yeah? So we end up with a nice formula, the sigma from 1 to infinity of k px. So we have a simple expression of the mean of kx. And the notation for the expectation of kx, we have small ex. And the last one is the variance of kx. Yeah? From the previous concept, the variance of kx, we can use a shortcut formula. Yeah? The second moment of kx minus the first moment square. Yeah? And the second moment, yeah, but by its definition of the expectation, yeah, we can use this formula, and then we can expand this expression just like the previous one, yeah, just like the mean of kx, and then we can end up with this formula. So I think that's all for today. I have to apologize for any trouble in the previous session. Yeah. Thank you for your attendance and stay safe and stay healthy, everyone. Thank you.